we go. That microphone is on. Done. DrFox2000. Ignore last email from me until tomorrow. Okay, well, it didn't come yet. Let me hit send and receive and see if it's, hey, holy, first one we got, second one we got, the third one is good, fourth one is good, fifth one is good, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th one, all good, 11th one, good, holy mackerel. Peggy, you sent way too many bacon seeds, but that's all good. Thank you. Anyway, welcome everyone. Glad to have you all on board. It is September the 5th of 2022, and some places already the 6th, depending on where you are on this planet. And welcome to the whole lot. The first, I'll say welcome to our wonderful moderators. Arizona Snowman hiding in the background somewhere. And of course, Piggy is here, and thank you for those bacon seeds, Piggy. Also, thank you, and glad C&D Boy is here. And we may possibly have some other moderators hiding in the background, such as Gary, 24/7 AZ, 24/7 Live AZ Skies. There we go. And Joseph Fields Official, perhaps. But that's all in the background. We won't worry about those guys right now, but anyway, welcome to everyone here. First person in today was Lizoid. So Lizoid gets the cookies. And speaking of cookies, I never even put that platter out today. I'm surprised nobody has complained, and I better do that. Or somebody's gonna get mad. Nobody even noticed. Maybe they're not eating my lava cookies. Oh, darn. Okay, anyway, there's a whole bunch of lava cookies coming up for those who all waited. And there you go. All right, fixed up. I'm good now. And anyway, glad to have everyone on board. Really not anything super fantastic to report today. Things have been kind of quiet when you get right down to things. Nothing much going on. Perhaps some alien craft in Iceland boogieing along the tops of the mountains. I have no idea. Nothing strange or unusual. Just stuff like that, perhaps. Really no new lava anywhere, which is kind of disappointing. And tropical storm or that big typhoon is hitting Japan and Korea now. And we've had some big earthquakes in some places, and a little on the scary side, if you ask me, with some of them. And anyway, let's get at saying hello to everyone. So we got the cookies handed out. That's all good. I can put my other little sheet away there. And what? A Monkus update. She is in Uruguay on her mother. Okay, her mother is not well. She took a plane without notice, as she is well. Okay, Irish monk, and now that straightens everything out, doesn't it? And yeah, China got 6.6 and lots of damage. That's exactly it, Sue. We'll talk about that one in a bit here. So anyway, we'll say hi to everyone, and we'll start out with welcome BMAT, as well as Sue Hayes and Sasha. Grandma B is here. Carl, welcome. Irish monk, of course. And hope all is doing okay there, Irish. And we got Lizoid, of course. And going up, Diane P, welcome back. Glad to have you on board. Kevin Haynes is here. Henry Nelson. Ariane, welcome. And going up some more, looking for more wonderful names. And let's see, who we got? We got Henry already. King Colin Deadman, and yeah, he's working on his royal something or other. Hope he's doing well. I heard he took a trip, so all good. Anyway, going up some more. We got Sasha already. Storm Chaser 1211, welcome back. Going up a little more. Tom Dice is in here as well. Welcome. And going a little bit higher here. See if we can find a couple more other good people. Tom Truelove, welcome back. Going up some more. And scrolling, looking for more names. Michael is here. Welcome, Michael. And who else we got? We got King Colin. Boy, a lot of guys talking. Frank Oceans, what is that? 14, I think. The not so secret mission? Wow. I guess not. Let's see. Billy Bob Joe, welcome back. Glad to have you on board. And just scrolling up some more, looking for more wonderful names. And do we have anybody else in here? OFU Lux from Luxembourg flew in. Welcome. And I thought it was maybe you in Iceland there just before the stream started. Maybe you were checking things out. I don't know. It looks kind of like a spaceship. Anyway, let's go right to the meat of the matter here. And welcome, everyone. Glad to have you all on board. Of course, I'm DrFox2000, and you're watching VolcanoX live stream. And right now, of course, on the screen, you're seeing footage from August 4th, as indicated, so nobody's hiding anything here. I've had some comments in the past about people saying, well, you know, you're misleading people if you don't tell them when the thing was from or whatever. So I just thought that was funny. But anyway, we have it on there, so you know exactly when this is. And some reasonable news. My ligaments may be healing. A few more weeks until we know for sure. No surgery. Holy mackerel, that is great news, Piggy, and that is really good news, and happy to hear that. So hopefully things will clear up there and it'll get better. So you make sure you take it easy there, Piggy, all right? And that is awesome. Welcome, Scott Hartman. Glad to have you on board. And okay. Yeah, let's see if we can stop the canned lava. We'll turn the big thing off here. Hang on. Banner, go away. There we go. And turning the little thing off, and possibly the canned lava too. There we go. We'll just turn that off. And that brings us back to about, let's see, it's in 38 minutes ago. This is an odd light. Where's this light from? Why is it up there on the hill? Is this a UFO? Wow, Irish monk. That is awesome. Irish monk. And tell Elena thank you very kindly for that wonderful 25 euro super chat. That is awesome. Really, I do appreciate that. So thank you, Elena, if you are listening. And that's very kind of you. Okay, anyway, yeah, when we go back a little bit in time, you can see, just kind of mark where that is on your screen, and when we go back in time there, it will show you that, gee, that would be right up on top of the hill here somewhere, and that is a really, really odd looking light. But anyway, I did investigate, and I did find out what it is. If we watch carefully, and observe and go back in time a little bit, well, there you see the light. It's a ship. It's out in the ocean. And I thought, oh, it's some UFO coming in. But as soon as well, when it got a little darker, you could see it. There it is. Got a little closer to shore, and of course, as time progressed, it moved along, got behind the hill, and there it popped out. And if we progress there, you can see it moving along. So definitely it wasn't a UFO, and rescue ship. Perhaps they're going to need all kinds of rescue. Anyway, it dips behind the hill again there, and then goes trucking across the waters, or sorry, steaming. Anyway, going across the water. Anyway, just thought I'd show you guys that. That was from 2221, so pretty cool. Anyway, this is what it looks like right now. You can't see a darn thing. So let's go back a whole bunch of time here and see if we can kind of see it in a little bit more light for today. And there we go. That is what the actual Siggy crater is looking like right now. Wow, at 1600 or 4 p.m. if you will. And that is what we see right there. A little bit of smoke coming from this spot. I didn't see anything else smoking in here, and not very much anyway. And I thought, okay, well, what are we going to see in the future? Anyway, let's have a quick look at the harmonic tremor chart and see what is going on there. By the way, for those who are joining, if you don't understand or know where this is up in the northwest corner of Meridian Valley, and that is, of course, on the Reykjanes Peninsula in Iceland. And we've nicknamed this Siggy Fisher, and Siggy, of course, is one of the landowners that actually owns the land, which has both Ragnar and this Siggy Fisher on it. So pretty cool. Anyway, let's pop over to the harmonic tremor chart, and we'll take a look and see what it is doing. I want to refresh that chart, and I'm kind of humming and hawing about that chart. Really, I'm not knowing what to say. We see a bunch of small tremors and some activity here, of course, but we are not seeing enough of the upward movement that I'd like to see. It almost looks like that it is starting to move back up, but unknown at this point in time. Now, of course, we know that some of these little spikes here, these are definitely indicators of tremors or small quakes that have been happening. And there are also some bigger quakes that have been happening. And that brings me to something slightly different here again. Rather than worrying so much about this right now, we did notice that there were quite a few earthquakes along the mid-Atlantic ridge. Has extras. The Eurasian plate has extra earthquakes, and even the North American plate. So things are shifting and moving a little bit, so it's kind of interesting. Anyway, let's have a look here at our earthquake map for Iceland. Of course, this is the Reykjanes Peninsula right here, Reykjavik, and the airport down here, or up there if you want to call it that. Reykjanesbær, Yardvik, and so on. And then we've got Grindavik down here. And we have, of course, the Blue Lagoon and the power plant right there. And if we zoom back out, our volcano is actually located, well, this is Ragnar here, and our volcano vent is right there. So You notice that right off the bat there's a couple of small quakes right underneath it, and that is nice to see. That is 4.9 kilometers down, 0.52 from 2:24 a.m. The other one was from 3:11 a.m., 0.53, 5.6 kilometers down. So there is activity right underneath it. There's also these guys. It's a little bit deep though, as far as I'm concerned. 6.2 kilometers down for this 0.67 from 7-Eleven, and then we also, we bought it down at 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven, and the other one is 713, and this is at 6.2 kilometers down as well. Then we have this one over towards Lear, and that one is a little bit earlier, 2:54 a.m., 0.26, but that is only 2.6 kilometers down, so a lot more shallow than the other ones. What is interesting is some of these are a little bit more shallow as well here, 0.02, and that is only 135 meters down. I don't know if that's just going to indicate something is settling, or is that really something going on down there. Here's another one that's very small, but that one is about 5.6 kilometers down. It's a 0.25 from 2325 yesterday. And then we also have right on Grindavik, a 0.01, very, very small quake, 2.2 kilometers down from 1443. So makes a guy wonder. And then we have this guy here from yesterday from 2358, and that was 3.16 kilometers down, and 0.72 in magnitude. So a little more shallow there. These ones are a little deeper again, 6.2 clicks down for that 0.7 from 1:38 a.m. and 4.6 kilometers down for this 0.68 from 3:46 this morning. And then we get over here and we see a bunch of really small quakes, and I'm not going to entertain most of those, but right on the tip here we have a 2, and that is a 5.3 kilometers down. That happened at 21:08, and that is a very, very recent. We also have out here in the water somewhere 2.4. There we go. That one is quite deep though, 18.2 kilometers down, and it's like I say, 2.4 happened at 21:18, and that kind of starts making you wonder what is going on. But anyway, we do see a bunch of other quakes, relatively small for the most part in most of these places. If we go down here at Katla as an example, we have a 0.9, 1.1 kilometers down, 21:20 was the time on that. Then we've got right near Hekla, this guy here, 0.19, very small, 5.1 kilometers down from 1305. This one out in basically nowhere from 1624. It's a 1.3, 1.5 kilometers down. And then you've got a very small one down there. Not going to worry about that. I want to see this one here at Ascha, 5.0 kilometers down for 0.87 from 5:28 a.m. And then he's got some fresher friends over here, 5 kilometers down, 0.2 from 1959. There's also this one here, 0.79 from 4:37. Sorry, 4.37, 9:35 a.m. There we go, got it out. Then one, a little bit bigger, 1.1 clicks down. And then we look up on the top here, and again, we are seeing larger quakes. And there's a 3.3. That one happened at 1940. It's 3.1. And it is 5.1 kilometers down. It said, didn't it say? Yeah, 3.1. There it is. I got it right. Okay, and then we see a couple of bigger ones in here. 2.05, 10 kilometers down. a little deeper again, 4:29 a.m. And kind of makes you wonder, so what's going on with the extra quakes, right? And I just wanted to pop over to the other map here for a second, to the earthquake map, and just want to look at it. And of course, we see this one up here. Then we see a new one right here, 5.1 on the mid-Atlantic ridge, about where I figured it should be. It should have been up here, but if it's over here, that's fine. Anyway, this is the Azores. We know there's a bunch of little ones in here that are not shown on this map. Then we have this guy here, and that is a 6.9. Okay, that happened yesterday. Then we see another 4.7 in here as well. So that's giving us a pretty good idea that something is turning, something is moving, because we're kind of riding the whole thing. And we'll see the other little quakes here in a little while. But they are sitting here just off the coast of Portugal as well. And then when you look at the other locations, you see right here in Iran, 5.4. Then China had that big one, 6.6. Now, this could be a little bit of a different story here, because that is at the end of the subduction zone, but this one shows only 10 kilometers down. I'd be more inclined to see if it would have said that it's, a couple hundred kilometers down. I would have believed it more to be from a subduction issue rather than being that shallow as, 10 kilometers down. That would have really shaken those poor people up a whole bunch. Echo the bot, echo the bot, echo the bot. Welcome, Echo the bot, and also welcome Sharon Stewart. I hear you. Sneaking in, grabbing a lava cookie. No worries. Oh, what else we got? Who else we got in here that popped in while I've been yakking like crazy? We got Kevin Haynes. Sandra Rockland is also here. Welcome. And let's see, anybody else that snuck in here that I missed? I think we got most of you. I think we're good for now. Anyway, that is pretty awesome. So, all right. Anyway, yeah, I just figured we'd look at that earthquake stuff real quick here and kind of go, what's going on? Which piece is actually turning or twisting? But the fact that we've got a bunch of little ones out in Iceland that we were observing on both ends of Iceland and right through it, right along that mid-Atlantic ridge, that really does make a person wonder what the heck is going on there, and how much are things really moving. And of course you can follow that. It pretty much goes right along the fault line going right through Iceland. So that is the planet is pulling itself apart. Must be global warming. And you want to know actually, Tom, that is actually something that came across, and I had read a paper, I don't know, probably about 10 years ago, about, and of course they were talking about global warming, and as things heat up, well, as things heat up, things have a tendency to expand, and when they're colder, the molecules, of course, get more dense and slide closer together. So as the world heats up, everything is expanding, and that is going to, continuously create more tectonic movement and buckling and all kinds of things that will happen eventually. So it's really something to kind of pay attention to, and it's kind of neat, but also a little bit on the scary side when you think about it. Although the progression of any of these things really take a long time, and we here as humans, we're here on a very, very limited time basis, so we will likely not see most of the resultant actions from our global warming in the future here. And of course, the planet goes through those cycles, right? So it's going to be interesting down the road, unless you freeze yourself and do stuff like that. Theory explaining the structure of Earth's crust and many associated phenomena as resulting from interaction of a rigid lithospheric plate which moves slowly over the underlying mantle or asthenosphere. Yes, echo. There is all kinds of stuff out there that you can look at and use and get interested in, and it is pretty wild and awesome. Anyway, cool stuff. So yeah, lots of extra quakes, and basically follow the line through Iceland. There's your mid-Atlantic ridge following suit, and yeah, our wonderful volcano is not out of the woodwork yet, so I'm not going to call it as a quiet one as of yet. I think there is still a good chance that we have life coming back to our wonderful volcano. So give it a little more time and we'll see what happens. All right, having said that, let's pop over to other places, and we will have a look at, let's go to the Azores. Since we were talking about the little earthquakes, let's do that right now. Let me get on. I do have that map open, and I thought, okay, that would be an interesting time to throw that in. Now, they didn't show the new earthquake that is right here. Maybe if I refresh it, it'll be on there, but we'll see. I gotta make that map bigger and zoom it out a bunch and see if they show it on here. No, they don't. So they don't have that other quake there. These guys basically concentrate on the Azores only, so that is what we kind of look at. But there's the big map. You can see where they are. We've got one out here, so 12 hours ago, and this one is 3 on magnitude. This one here, 12 hours ago, 2.4 magnitude, so 12 and 12 hours ago. Interesting. And then, of course, on this one, we're going to see that we actually have, we got 3 now. 23 hours ago, 2.0, 18 hours ago, 1.5, and 14 hours ago, a 1.9. And that is right on the wonderful island of St. George. And this is the view from St. George. If we have it right, hang on. No, that's not right. I clicked the wrong button. Darn it, what happened to my thing? Why is that picture in between there? There we go. Oh, I know. I had to redo things. Anyway, that is what we've got there, looking at the island. We are on St. George, and we see the lights of Pico Island in the distance there. That's about 18 kilometers across. What I was trying to bring up here was the other picture. Copy, remove, paste, and we'll get it on. There you go. That's a daytime shot, so you know exactly how far across it is. And you can see Fayal Island over on the top right-hand side there. And that'll help you out. Anyway, that is what this scene is. So pretty awesome. I was watching our waves earlier, and there is quite a bit of white water. You can really see it today along the shore here. So the seas are rough. I would not recommend going out there at all. You can see really see that white water today, and that is a good indicator that it would be a no-no to go out in that water unless you've got a really big boat, and that is pretty cool. Hey, Kananaskis country, welcome, and glad to have you on board. And let's see. Okay, the other map, of course, showing us the a wonderful spot there on St. George where these quakes happen, and they are showing 3 quakes, so 1.7 from 30 minutes after midnight, and then we've got the 1.5 from 5:51 a.m. and the 1.9 from 9:17, and that's all they've got. They didn't see any other ones, so that is pretty cool. But I'm surprised they didn't show the other ones on here that were down in this area. I guess these guys only concentrate on Pico Island, unfortunately, so that's kind of what we got with them. Anyway, if we slide down to the data down here, it kind of shows you the 2.0 under St. George. That was 8 kilometers down. The other ones were all surface quakes, and that one from the 3.0 that would have been surface as well. You can actually, let's see if we can bring that up. Darn it, that didn't work. I was hoping. Where is it? Come on, load it up there. There we go. All right, got it working. You can see right up there, there's the 2 just about on top of each other, and then 2 right there, and then of course the 5th one right on the midnight timeline there type of thing. So, and that's the one that's 8 kilometers down. The other ones, it's odd that they're at that size and always on the surface. Makes you wonder what's going on. Dr. Fox, did you see they figured gold? Oh yeah, I read all of that, and the gold in Iceland. Let's yeah, we can talk about that. Hang on, I might even have pictures that we can pull up and let you guys look at that. Let's leave this alone then. Azores, we're good with that. We know where we're at, and let's go back to the Iceland scene here, and let me load up a picture or two, and we'll see if I can get this going. So the gold, people are interested in gold, and let's see if I can find those pictures. I had them somewhere. Where are they? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Where did I put them? Why are they not showing up here? Oh, there's one of them. I found one of them. I gotta find the other one. Okay, first one right here, and we'll actually get it a little bit larger here for you. There we go. And apparently, I'm going to move that over a little bit. So apparently they found some spots in this lava flow. Now, I'm not sure if that is this current lava flow, or if that was the stuff from, like if we look in the background, this actually looks like it's perhaps from Geldingadarler. I'm not 100% sure, but that was discovered by some geologist that was there, and she was hunting and looking around, trying to figure out what the heck was going on. And here's the other picture, and this will make you go, oh, I want gold. And there's Siggy's gold, you guys. And unfortunately, they didn't put anything beside it to give us an idea of a scale, but they are doing analysis on that piece to find out if it is in fact gold. They already had it in there. It is not, C&D boy, it is not sulfur. That is something they've already confirmed. It is not sulfur, because sulfur is, it's got a certain odor, it's got certain characteristics. You can tell fairly quickly what sulfur is. And it is, they have it in there, they're analyzing it. They know that there is a certain amount of gold in the lava when it does come out, okay, but they are unsure of what is going on here. Now, one of the things that they mentioned was somebody could have, Dr. Fox, your rocks show sulfur. That's sulfur? You figured sulfur? They said it wasn't sulfur. They were doing a chemical analysis on it, and it definitely doesn't look like sulfur when you look at it. At least I'm not thinking that right one there, that looks like gold. But if that is sulfur, Piggy, that would be pretty wild. Yes, the rocks. You want me to show them? Oh, okay, because that is a different color altogether. Let me see if I can bring those up and kind of give you an idea what sulfur looks like. That might help out, and let's see if we can find those. So yeah, here, this, I don't know how I can do this properly here, but yeah, we'll see if we can make that larger. Okay, so that's sulfur on the left, and you take a look, and that's the differences. Okay, so you see what that gold looks like. Pyrite, no, they said it was not flaky material. Yeah, sulfur on the left, and the goldish material on the right. And it is pretty weird, pretty wild, and don't know exactly what is going on. And yeah, welcome, Connie Tyree. Glad to have you on board. So differences are there. You can see the difference in texture. You can see of course, the big difference in color. They are saying gold, yeah. Lava gold. Yep, it's got to be something like that, and I thought that was kind of neat. Anyway, we're gonna get those off the screen, and we'll remove those. It was nice to look at that, and I thought, yeah, cool. So if there is indeed gold in there, Siggy is a rich man. Because he'll own those rights. All right, we'll turn on the canned lava, and of course this is from the 4th of August, and we'll get that on the screen. I am your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. If you are enjoying the stream, please do hit that like button. I see we've got about 69 people in here and only about 53 likes. So I think somebody forgot to hit the like button. Anyway, be good, you guys. I'm going to go take a 5-minute break, and I will be back. So smile, be happy, and think about all those gold things that you could have if you find exactly where that lava was in Iceland. And of course, I'm thinking Ragnar. I don't believe this was the new flow. I think the girl has been studying it for 2 years, or almost 2 years here. So we got to find out. Anyway, I'll be back. Hit that like button. Thanks, guys. microphone is back on. Hang on, what's this say? For info, I found all the gold in Iceland in 1100 and left when there was no more left. And that's how I funded my Playboy life. Irish monk. That is too much information. Anyway, welcome back, everyone. I'm glad to have you all on board. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and you're watching VolcanoX, a live stream. Thank you, Sue and Kevin and BMAT, and Sharon Stewart says, I hear you. Thank you, Sharon. And that is good. Thanks, guys. So yeah, that gold idea in Iceland, and it's actually very, very interesting. Now, that little comparison I just did on screen there with the sulfur that came from over in Piggy's area there. Of course, that sulfur had definitely not as much of that yellow look as we typically see in some of the sulfurs. And yes, sulfur can look very much so like gold too. It has certain types of it will, depending on the purity and depending on what else, like I say, what else is in there. It can look very, very yellowy, but gold is definitely distinguishable from a sulfur by far. One of them, of course, is density, weight is the other one, and it's really, really quite unique. Gold is, once you see it, once you've been bitten by the bug, you never forget what gold actually looks like. And it doesn't matter how much pyrite you stick in front of me, I will find the gold nugget before I find the pyrite stuff. So it is. Okay, GeoHub did a 4-minute video about the gold discovery. That is awesome, and that we'll have to maybe go take a look. Magnesium sulfide with iron that looks really not yellow when sober. Irish monk. Okay, thanks. Anyway, yeah, it could be, but the thing is, magnesium sulfide is still very, very soft material, and that is one of those things. Yes, gold is soft when it gets into metals, but it's still very interesting. And for those who say, well, gold doesn't come up from volcanoes, I beg to differ. It does so. There are some places here in Canada, as an example, where there are fairly high levels of gold that are being mined, and it's from volcanic origins. It's cool, it's interesting, and we gotta love it. I have a pet geologist in the cellar. Oh my God, in the cellar now? I thought she's in Uruguay. Irish monk, you're not making any sense. Anyway, let's carry on with the wonderful show here. I'm going to turn off the canned lava for right now. Let's just put that on hold, and we'll turn the other thing off there. And of course, we'll try to get that back to a normal time as well, so we know what it actually looks like right now. Well, this is from 1639 is the time on this one. As we watched it earlier in the day. But right now it is dark there in Iceland, so that is kind of what we're living with. There you go, live picture. Gotta love it. You can see it right there. No, you can't. You might be able to see the hills, kind of, sort of, but a little bit of a glow in the distance, but hard to see anything. Anyway, let's carry on with other volcanoes. And, speaking of not seeing anything, here we go. Let's start out with this one that we can almost see a little bit. And we will go back into the wee hours of the day and try to find a spot where it wasn't clouded over too much. And this, of course, is Popocatépetl in Mexico. And why is that so fuzzy? 360, no, 480, there we go. It's all right. Yes, the very snow-covered mountain is definitely there doing its thing. The ski hill will be open in about 2 more weeks, you guys. So get your skis all waxed up and ready. You can ski Popo if you like, and that would be cool. And let's see, that is of course in the earlier hours of the day. If we go ahead a little bit more there, about a half an hour or so, we see it changes a little bit, but we see a little bit of ash right here. And I don't know if that's just shadow or if it is indeed ash. It might just be shadow. Well, actually, it does look like there was a little bit of material that may have come out there. But after that, we lose sight fairly quickly. And yeah, it's hard to tell with the clouds being right on top of this thing. Not a Popo. No. Anyway, moving on a little bit. This is about the end of it. This is about 9 hours 40 minutes ago, roughly. And you can see how far much further down that snow is getting. So it's cold there, you guys. Very cold. Anyway, getting further on in the day, you only see tidbits of it, and then it is in the fog for the rest of the day until we get to present time, which is very, very little visibility, and that's what we've got. Here's the other shot of it. Trying to go back and see if we can even see it from the other angle. There is only one spot, and that's right about here at 11 hours and 37 minutes ago. Clouds were too darn heavy. And let's see. Oh, this allows us to go back a little bit more now. I like that. Will it show? No, it's not showing much. It's been cloudy. This is the nighttime scene. You can see a little bit of glow in that shot, so it tells you that we do have some activity in that volcano, but not a heck of a lot, and some nice stars poking through. That is kind of awesome. But let's put that one back to live, and that is what we see right now, unfortunately. And popping over here to this fella, we know that's Fuego, and that is down in Guatemala. And I think we can manage to get back just far enough. Yep, we can. And there we go. This was at 7:45 this morning, and that is a Fuego. Hobby Bugs, welcome. Glad to have you on board. I see a few more people popped in. Joseph, welcome. Glad to have you here. Who else snuck in the door? Canada's country is here. Welcome. And who else? Connie, we got. Oh, there was a couple of super chats I forgot to mention, and I wanted to say thank you, Irish Monk, for yours, as well as Ariane. Thank you for your super chat as well. And they did not go unnoticed. It's just I didn't say anything. And also wanted to say hi to Barbell88. Welcome. And I think I got pretty much everyone else in there, so hopefully we're good. And let's see what we got. Hobby Bugs, welcome, and thanks for grabbing the membership there. That's awesome. Okay, so Sue Hayes, yeah, here. Let's see, did I miss anyone? Wow. Love the stream. Keep it up. I miss the lava. Darn. We missed the lava too, and thanks, Barbell. That's awesome. Barbell 88. That is very kind of you for the 13.99. And yeah, unfortunately, canned lava is all we can do right now for the most part. But you know, we do try hard. And anyway, I'm stalling and leaving it on here for a minute or so because this was a multi-eruption. And I don't want to ruin it by going ahead too far, but let's push it ahead a little bit. And here's the next phase of it. And it was kind of nice to be able to see a few of these shots coming out of there. And that one I think was just a little one, but there should be a bigger action shortly thereafter. So let's wait a second here. Let's see. Yeah, it should be coming pretty quick. I might have to move it ahead just a little bit to expedite this. I think right about there, maybe. We can see the material coming up. It's quite unique, and some of it is starting to roll down the hill there as well. And there we go. I think that is the right spot. Okay, up it goes, and definitely pluming out, and that is moving out fast enough that we could possibly see volcanic lightning, but definitely making its move and throwing out a lot of pyroclastic material. So definitely big in the ash department as far as we're concerned, looking at the color of that. So pretty awesome. And I think there may have been a little bit more to that again a few minutes later. Let's see. Yeah. And again, we don't want to hurry it, but there's more coming out of that thing. And it's almost like this thing is starting to show longer eruption cycles, where it's popping out more frequently, and it may get going and start doing longer runs. And that's really what we would love to see, is this thing continuing for 15-20 minutes, dumping out some really good heavy-duty lava. Unfortunately, it is mostly volcanic ash for now, and unfortunately that's, there, we'll let it go from there. You can see again, it's more of this dark material going up, so pretty cool. Welcome back, Piggy. And Ed Galindo, welcome. Glad to have you on board. And Colin, strange one, that gold in Iceland. Okay, most what minerals are as a result of hydrothermal activity? Yes, Colin, typically, but it does happen, and it has in one of the volcanoes up in British Columbia. They definitely have quite a bit of gold and other metals in there. They did have platinum in there as well. So it is possible. It's not something that is unheard of by any means, and it definitely can happen. So, if there is gold in there, that would be really, really cool and awesome. And then, yeah, I think we're going to have a gold rush. But we got to remember that is private property, so not everybody can get on there and start digging for gold in the lava fields, which is kind of what that kind of scenario may end up creating. Here's another one of these plumes here. I just advanced it a few seconds, so 5-minute warning. Thank you, Piggy. And yeah, it is pretty awesome to see this thing erupting. Now, naturally there's gold pretty much everywhere on the planet, and for gold to be possibly be recycled by a volcano. That is very possible as well. That is a scenario that has kind of come to light a few times, and that is what we really want to know, right? Irish monk, last time, there is no gold in Iceland. Get off my land. Irish monk, what are you hiding? Okay, there's no gold there, you guys. There's none whatsoever. Don't go there. It's somebody painted the rocks yellow. That's what it is, and they're trying to get away with something. That's all it is. No gold in Iceland. Really, seriously, no gold there. Don't go there. But there's diamonds. Oh, I didn't say that out loud, did I? Colon, and my own area has been rich in copper, lead, iron, and even wolfram and silver, all hydrothermal veins. That is pretty awesome, and yep, that can definitely happen, Colin. Anyway, I think that's about it for this guy here for its little eruptive activity, and that, of course, is our wonderful Fuego, and here's another one. That is in Guatemala, and it is active. There's a little bit more of that pluming, and that is at 8:17 this morning at their time. So pretty awesome to see. Just no gold and no lava in there. I want to see lava. There is cold or gold in Iceland. Yeah, there's both, Piggy, cold and gold. So that is pretty awesome. Anyway, yeah, the train kept on going. There's other ones that you can take a look at that were a little bit heavier here as well. I think this one might have been better. It's one of these. But after that, we end up in the clouds very quickly. And then we don't see too much more. And I do believe we're still in the clouds right now. So that's kind of it for right there. Quick pop over to Merapi, and Merapi does not look like it's happy. Not as wonderful looking as I'd like it to be, but hey, we can only observe what we've got. If we go back a little bit, I didn't see any lava pouring out anywhere at any point in time, so visibility very poor at just about 4 a.m. there, 2 a.m. still cloudy, midnight or 30 minutes after midnight very cloudy, so we're not going to see anything from that one at all. Quick pop over to Aruape, who I don't know, yeah, I don't think we're going to see that one either. You see those big clouds coming in there. You can see though that they did get some new snow up there, and that is interesting. And it was cold. I want to back up a little bit here on this one. See what it looked like about 4 hours ago, and yeah, we couldn't see much then. And right at dawn, about 5.5 hours ago, yeah, not looking good. Those clouds definitely hiding everything, and I'll leave that guy be. So I'll put it back onto Merapi. Go over to Semeru, and Semeru is kind of the same story. Right now, the problem with Semeru is the smoke is blowing towards the camera, and I can't see it too well, but when we go back a little ways, we did have a couple of little spots where we, if you watch up in the top here, you'll see it. The little plumes coming out, and not as high speed as some of the other eruptions, so very slow and very interesting. Now also, it's not really too slow. You just got to remember we're quite a distance away from this thing. I'm not sure exactly how far this one is. I think 7 kilometers or something like that. So that is actually fairly sizable, but we just don't see it. And yeah, it did that a little bit a few times. I just want to see if there was some stuff at night that we could see actual visible lava. And scanning through, I didn't see any before, and I'm going through it again here just to double check, and going right back into daylight, and no visible lava, unfortunately. So that is kind of what we've got there. Anyway, it is break time, you guys. What I'm going to do is we will check here. Oh, I wanted to because that hurricane is there, and take a look here at the waves coming in. This has actually calmed down already. This is Sakurajima over here, and that typhoon, super typhoon, is causing that. So pretty nasty. Attack cats are coming. Let's put it here and turn this on and get that flowing. And there's some lava. And I am going to, Irish Monk throws in the amount of gold found in Iceland in 10 years. Oh, wow. Irish Monk, that is awesome. Irish Monk, and that is $2 and €2.17 worth. So that's a very good quantity. Okay, you guys, there's the canned lava, and you can look at all that gold in there. It just looks golden in that canned lava. Be good, you guys. I'm going to go take a break. I'm your host, DrFox2000. And, of course, please, if you haven't hit that like button yet, help us out and give it a quick shot. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do consider subscribing if you feel we've earned that. And on that friendly note, we're going to have bacon seeds when I come back. And Irish Monk is continuing to say, "Get off my land." And I'll throw some music on. I'll be back in 5 minutes with or thereabouts, with our bacon seeds. Don't go away. Thanks. And the microphone is back on. Welcome back, everyone. Glad to have you all on board. And that is pretty awesome. 2 pounds of gold is euros 41,857 euros for 2 pounds of gold. That is pretty awesome. I'll take a few. Free ones, that is. Thank you for the welcome backs, you guys. Do appreciate that. And from, let's see, who all said welcome back? Kevin Haynes and Sasha and Grandma B and Oh Mummy of Hamsters is here. Welcome. Sharon Stewart says, I hear you. Welcome, Pistol Pete. Hey, Pistol Pete, it's that guy. I seen him running down the highway. He's heading south. Let's get him before he gets too far, okay? He's stolen our summer. And apparently he's going. There's no gold. Get off my land. All right, Irish monk. Not a worry. Don't worry. We'll not go on your land. We'll go on Siggy's land. Oh boy. Anyway, all cool. So, hey, I did promise bacon seeds. Let's get over there and have a look at them. Turning off our canned lava for right now. As soon as I figure out where the heck it went, there it is. Turn off that and turn off the canned lava. There we go. And that is what it looks like there in Iceland right now. You can see that very faint outline of the mountains in the background, or the hills, whatever you want to call them. Anyway, that is it right now. Not very pleasant. There it is, nighttime. It is 10 minutes after midnight, so you can expect it to be dark. But let's get over and have a look at our bacon seeds and see what we've got. And of course, these were the last 2 sharks that we were looking at yesterday. And of course, they both are very vicious. They've got large teeth, and they can swim and dive and get you no matter what you do. Oh Mummy of Hamsters says, hi everyone, how goes it? I'm still trying to hatch my lava chunk. Way to go, oh Mummy of Hamsters. I want to see the results. Anyway, let's get into the bacon seeds. And here's one. That is either he's eating a carrot or a candle. An orange candle. I think it's a carrot. That is pretty awesome. And that's a fine looking specimen. Eating his nice little carrot there. So pretty cool to see. Let's see our next one. What? A shark, a pig, a baby shark. Yep, they are mean and vicious, Echo. There we go. And talk about cuteness. You can't get any cuter than this. And that is definitely cuteness. This guy might need some sunscreen, though. I think he's been out in the sun a little too long already. He needs some shade. But definitely a wonderful looking little bacon seed. And let's carry on and have a look at our next one. Yeah, he looks cute. He's just a little handful. And awesome. Okay, there we go. And yep, that one is laying upside down. Still got dirties on his mouth from being fed. And he's having a good time. I keep buffering. I see my bit rate is down for some reason, and actually on both systems right now. I'm not sure what's going on, but the fact that both are down a little bit would maybe cause some buffering, you guys. And if that is what the case is, well, it should be better now. It just came back up. It's going back down. It's like a yo-yo. I'm wondering if they got some difficulties or something. But we should be close to holding okay. Anyway, that is pretty good bacon seed. Definitely looking pretty happy there. and not afraid of what's going on. So it could be going for a nap. Solar flares possible. That could be. Not just me then, no Piggy, and definitely not. It is on my end seeing the bit rate down a bit, and not much I can do. Buffering here intermittently. Okay, so yeah, not much I can do about it. There's really nothing I can do about it. If I'm watching both my streams, they're about the same, and it's just lower bit rates. That's all we've got. Anyway, here's our next little bacon seed. Who doesn't like a good belly rub, huh? And that is what we're seeing there. That is pretty awesome. And hopefully you guys are able to see these. CME hitting Earth today. That could be what's happening. And let's get to our next bacon seed. And here we go. And this is a cute little fella. He looks like he's going for a car ride with some blankets around him and stuff. No problem, Dr. Fox. You're welcome. Thanks. Thanks. We had a X-class flare coming at us. Should be a great Northern Lights tonight. Yeah, Northern Lights. If it is hitting us, yeah, you should, and it would be really cool. I could use one right now. Anyway, next bacon seed, please. And that is this little guy. And not sure what's going on there with his eyeball, if it's just a reflection, but definitely looks like he's chowing down. Definitely, I'm not starving. Looking at the belly. Who's I got your belly? Yep. It's one of those things. And let's get to our very last one here. And this is our last bacon seed for today. And that is this little guy who looks very content sitting on the lap. Not sure whose lap, but that little piggy looks pleasantly content and not worried. Doesn't look like it's trying to get away or anything. It really does. You know, when you see an animal, you can kind of tell, are they stressed? And that one doesn't look stressed. He's more curious about the picture taker with the camera, and probably going, what are you doing? But that's our last bacon seed for today, and you gotta love it, you guys. That is awesome. So thank you very much, Piggy, and we do appreciate them, and that is really, really good, and I like that. That's me going to the specialist today for a checkup on ligaments. Okay. Excellent, Piggy. There you go. And all good. So, yep, so cuddly is right. And, you know, that definitely does not look like it's stressed out or anything like that. And that's, you can kind of tell when you're looking at the animal. And that is awesome. Okay, let's carry on with looking at other things around the globe. And, of course, we already had a peek at how rough it is in Japan. We're going to go back there and we'll take another look. But we'll go back in time a little bit. And I know we can time travel. The storm has let up a little bit from what I've seen from earlier. This is actually very calm water out here now in comparison to what we've seen a few hours back. And let's get it back in here roughly about 3 hours ago. And the difference in wave size is enormous. You can see those waves very, very well. And it looked pretty rough there. And not sure what we wanted to see there. Let's see if we can go back just a little bit more before. There we go. And yeah, it shows if you're looking over on this side here, you can really see how big those waves are splashing in there. And that's all caused by that typhoon. So that is a pretty wild. 14 big wildfires in Alberta. Yeah, we're going to get some rain though, Pete, so don't panic. Rain's on its way, and we'll get some of that. I think I will be waiting up for more smoke. Yeah, tomorrow morning. Yeah, it's we did get quite a bit of smoke last night, and likely to see some more of it. I don't know if we're going to have enough clear sky tonight, though, to see the northern lights. I'm hoping we do, because I would love to see a good show. Yeah, there is actually an ice cream boat right there right now, but it is very, very hard to see. It's behind that light. But if we go to present time, no ice cream boat yet. And they were running. I seen them earlier, so definitely we'll check on it in a little while. Anyway, that is the close-up of the volcano. Of course, you can't see a darn thing in there. And that's kind of what we've got. Crater cam, I can't see anything there. Moving on to the next volcano, of course, this is ASO, and ASO is kind of in the same boat, if you will, with the storm. But going back about 2 hours and 45 minutes ago, roughly, we could still see it in between rain showers and clouds. And there you can see how much off-gassing or smoke, steam is coming up out of ASO. And of course you can see the clouds over top as well, but it is definitely steaming out of the crater. So that is what we've got. And yes, that storm is sitting right, well, it's heading for the Sea of Japan is where it actually was heading to. The one that worries me here is this one. Is really, you wouldn't be able to see a heck of a lot because this is on the tail end. So when we look at this even from earlier, it was just a horrible view. Mind you, it doesn't look that much different than what we had before. So it's kind of a poor view. I don't know. You can't really tell if there's anything lit up in there or not. It looks like a reddish tinge in here, but I can't really tell if that's caused by lava or magma, and that's kind of where it's at. And that, of course, is Suwanoshi-jima down on the southern islands of Japan. And ASO is on the main island, and then, of course, you've got Suwanoshi-jima, Sakurajima, there we go, on the other southern portion of their, what we call their mainland, right? So anyway, and that used to be an island by itself, but it now has interconnected to the mainland by a short little chunk of land on the other side from some past lava flows, and that is all part of the main world now, no longer an island. So cool. And let's carry on. I wanted to see if we could see Ta'al, and I have to refresh that guy because that wasn't working so well earlier. And we'll see if it is working here as soon as we get past the commercials. Yep, we can have a look at Ta'al, and there's Ta'al volcano. You don't see it very well. You do see a plume up here, so we know that came from the volcano. Let's see if we can back up a little bit and see it a little better, but I don't know if we can or not. Going back just a little bit. No, we don't. Not going to be any better. No, unfortunately not. Oh, hang on, maybe. No, just too much cloud in there, too much Okay, there you can see it a little bit better. That's probably, what, an hour back? 42 minutes ago. Definitely coming from the volcano. There is still a lot of fog and cloud and stuff close by, so that is pretty awesome. Welcome to all. Yeah, yeah, I get it, Biggie. To all. Yeah, pretty awesome. Let's see if we can go back a little bit more and see what it looks like here. Actually, that's actually not a bad shot right there, and we're able to see that. And that was about hour and 11 minutes ago. So that is definitely telling you that there is stuff coming out of the volcano. I have never seen the northern lights. I've worked in the Arctic and Antarctic and high Arctic. Pete, you've never seen the northern lights? Holy mackerel. Wow, I'm surprised that you haven't, Pete. I've seen them like literally hundreds, if not thousands of times. And that is actually something. I mean, I got so used to seeing them. I said, "Oh, yeah, Northern Lights are out. It's nice." But I think some of the best ones, and I do recall several of them, and one of them was my trip back from Fort McMurray just before I got off of Highway 63. It got so bright out, and I was driving at night, and I found a place where I could pull over, and I stopped and got out of the vehicle, and I just, I didn't have a camera with me at the time, of course, but it's like your jaw just basically drops, and you're looking at it in awe, and it can be very, very brilliant and exciting and interesting. And that is the only time I actually heard kind of a humming noise. You could hear like almost, it sounded like a wavy humming noise coming out from it. And they were intense. It really was, from what I had seen. So there are some times where you really get those things, and I wish I could go see them, more often here in the city. Of course, being such bright lights, it's horrible for seeing anything in the sky, let alone the northern lights. So I edited and uploaded a shorter unboxing, reboxing video. My books are exactly what? Excellent quality, and I am truly impressed. I'm carrying the lava like an egg. Oh, mummy of hamsters, are you waiting for it to hatch? Anyway, all right, so that is to all. Let's pop over and have a look at, I'll put that back to live so I don't mess that up later. And let's go over to Yellowstone and see why that's not moving. And there we go. We're on Yellowstone. And of course, Yellowstone National Park here in the United States, or North America anyway, but yeah, in the U.S. And 500 active geysers, over 500 active geysers there. So always interesting to see what is going on there. Kind of cool, kind of neat. And let's see, we have enough time since they're not showing anything wild here. All I see is a bunch of Sasquatches wandering around on the bicycle trails there. All right, let's have a quick peek at Hawaii. Of course, that is the lava pond inside the Kilauea's crater, and we can see the toe area as well. or what we refer to as the toe, right there. Brighter spots, of course, are drain points for the lava. This is being fed from the end here, and you can kind of sort of see the path that lava gets pushed in, and then it ends up subducting underneath somewhere. And of course, the bright spots are caused by the gas bubbles popping up and going out as that material is flowing downward. And that physical action makes it break the surface tension of the solidified lava on top, and opens it up so it looks very, very bright. I like this neat shot. Looks like neon, so pretty awesome. Anyway, I'm refreshing that, looking at what it looks like now. By the way, Two Pineapples had a nice show on this morning, showing some of that. This is right now, and again, you can see the inward flow here from the lava tube heading towards this end, and again, the drain points right there, and maybe a little bit right there. Lava pond, the toe area is visible, but it's looking like it's getting smaller and smaller. I don't know what's going to happen with that. We do still see all that cracking on the side, so we may see something break out here in the future. We also know there's cracking along the upper side here as well. So anything is possible. Let's have a look at what it looked like. This was from 1906 yesterday. We see where it was cooling off, that lava spot that we had there previously, primary vent right here, and of course the lava pond with the toe. And Leo, thanks for renewing. Good morning to you in Melbourne, Australia, and thanks for being on, Leo Carlson, and renew member. There we go, got it written down. Thanks, Leo, I appreciate that. Anyway, pretty awesome shot. Redid it real quick, and there you can see, well, you can't, the smoke's in the way, and that's what's happening. Hard to see, but definitely the lava pond is still in there, toe area, primary vent, the little hornito where the lava tube is, and then you can see that this is kind of a circular pattern in here. That's all raised up. The outer edge here is a lot lower in height, and basically what's happening is this whole mass is floating. It's cooled down lava, and it is actually floating on top of liquefied or hot lava, and because it is buoyant after it cools off, it's going to float up there. You can see Pig Island right there, the old one. Irish Monk, wow, Irish Monk gifted 10 memberships. Irish, that is awesome. Thank you very kindly, Monk, and 10 members. Thanks. Gifted 10 members. That is a really, really awesome, Irish Monk, and that is a good. Piggy saying, it's time for me to get onto my break. So we'll leave that there. We'll put this back on some canned lava. And I do need to take that break, otherwise my voice is going to disappear on us, and we don't want that. So on those friendly notes, for those good people who are here, if you have not yet hit that like button, please help us out. And also, if you're new, you want to get in, chat, stuff like that, by all means, hit that subscribe button, and you'll be chatting in no time. Anyway, I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And we do have canned lava on there from August 4th. And I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Keep smiling and don't go away. Thanks. there we go. Microphone is back on. Welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and you're watching VolcanoX live stream. Thanks for being here. And let's see. Yep, Sasha got one of those free, or one of the ones from our good Irish monk. So 9 more to go. We'll keep an eye and see who gets them. Sharon Stewart saying, I hear you, thank you, and welcome back from Sue and Carl and Sasha and Kevin. So thanks, you guys. I appreciate that. That is awesome. And oh, Mummy of Hamsters sends a $5 super chat. It says, thank you for being awesome, Uncle Doc. You will never understand how much you mean to us. Welcome back, Uncle Doc. Thank you, oh Mummy of Hamsters. That is awesome. Oh, Mummy of Hamsters. Writing that down. And thank you very kindly. Appreciate that wonderful support. And that is awesome. Very, very nice. And I'm glad I can keep everybody happy and help you all out. That is really cool. And I like doing this. It's one of those fun things. Anyway, let's turn off our canned lava for now, and we will get back. That is your present view there in Iceland. So you're not seeing too much. And let's address Trevor's confusion. I understand donkeys don't always get things. A tall meditation is showing tall erupting. No, it's just off-gassing. It's not erupting. Okay? And that might be about it for right now. We were looking at Hawaii, though, so let's get back over there and take a look and see what we had. And let me get on the right one. So anyway, yeah, lots of smoke, and we don't see the actual primary vent there because of the smoke, and of course the lighter material here that's raised up. We looked at that. Looking at it from over here on the other side, and this is where this picture is from. You do still see the material from yesterday that's still cooling off back there. And yes, because of the smoke, it is very, very bright down there. And you can see the primary vent there. You can't see anything else. A couple of spots here and there showing that there is hot liquid lava underneath. Getting into today's shot, that is, of course, the same shot, only in daytime. And this is the latest and greatest. Watching it erupt now. I was just looking at it. I didn't see it. Are you, Trevor, make sure, it caught me once before too. Make sure you're on, because what he's done, he's shown some of the old ones from before. So he'll run 3 or 4 live streams at the same time. Just make sure that you're not watching one of those, because that happened to me. Anyway, looking at what we see here, Pig Island, definitely out here. You see our lava pond, the tow area, and of course in here the smoking vent there for our lava tube, and that is it right there. And that happens. And of course the primary vent, not as smoky in this shot, so a little easier to see. And of course down in the back here you can see a lot of that flat new lava, and it's just laying there, which is pretty awesome. Still some smoke off the edges here, but definitely starting to get up in a higher level. And remember, this used to be out here like a kind of a peninsula. It's completely gone. It's pretty amazing to see that. Anyway, let's look at the thermal shot. This is from yesterday still, and that was at 1858 or 1900, 7 p.m. their time. that was the older stuff down here on the bottom, and that was still cooling off. This was the fresher stuff around the edge, and that is also cooling quite a bit. And that's where we were seeing most of our little sparkle spots there, if you want to call them that. Primary event right there, lava pond, and the toe area, the little vent in here, and then of course the lava tube goes in that way. Let's refresh that, take a look at what it looks like right now. Kind of the same thing. You can see all the way around the edge here. Not bad. It's holding quite a bit of fresh heat, and that is telling us that the lava level is probably going to rise in our wonderful crater there in Kilauea. And this area, of course, and this area, you would expect it to have cooled off a little bit more than it has. So it's got hot, fresh lava underneath it. It's causing that. Let's go over and have a look. Got me. He just put it up again. Okay, let me go have a look and see over there. Let's go there. Let's go there. And this is Taal volcano right now. Okay, and I mean, yes, we see a cloud right there, and I'm just going to go to double check here and make sure. Yeah, this is 26 people watching, and that is what we're seeing right now at Taal. I don't know if he has other streams up. Let's just for giggles, we'll look at that. Yeah, okay. You're probably watching this one. You're probably watching this one. And don't. Well, you can. I mean, knock yourself out. This one here is just using one of the older pictures, so that is what we were watching, this stream here, which is the live stream right now. The other one is recorded March 26th, okay? And just so we have that straight, and we don't mess up. And of course, now they've got a pile of commercials in here, and we'll get rid of that in a second. Oh, maybe we won't. Let's see, Madame Rutza doesn't have, no, she's not showing anything there, and we're back to it. So this is Taal live right now, and mini krakens are now climbing. Uh-oh. Should I be afraid? Oh my God, they're going to climb up the side of the building if the doors are locked. I can see it now, little mini krakens coming in here. Anyway, we were going over and having a look at earthquakes that were happening in Hawaii, and we'll take a quick peek there. Just a real fast browse. I don't see anything new here, other than we have our 5.1 here on the Mid-Atlantic Ridge that is really ever so interesting for me. Let's zoom into our Hawaiian island chain, and there we are. And we have a bunch of new quakes there in Hawaii, and that is also interesting. So let's start out here in the water. Most of these are in the Pahala area, and we'll see what we've got. So this older one, 2.1, and that is from yesterday at 2014. Then we have this one, 2.1. From 1828, that is, yeah, 2.1, and there's another 2.1 from 1757, and that is really quite interesting. Let's just go across all of these. 1.9, 3:30 this morning, and this guy here, 1.8 from 7:38 this morning, 2.4 from yesterday at 2013, and we want to get this other 1.8, 2:48 a.m. Looking at this guy, 2.5, 16:47 was the time on that guy. We got a 2.2 from 15:08, And then we have this 2.3 from 1:29 a.m. We'll jump up here and grab this guy. 2.4 from 1805. And then we'll carry on here. We have this guy here, 2.5 from 1747. This guy out here, 1.9 from 1109. We also have this 1.9 from 7:21 a.m. Also 2.1 from 10:35. And 2.7, a little bit bigger, 16:52 was the time on that guy. Couple stack right here, 2.2, yesterday at 1943, and this one is today at 10:48, 2.3 as well. And then we have a 2.0 from yesterday, 2048. And last one is the yellow one, the red one, 3.6, a little bit bigger, and that is the biggest one we've seen today. And 18:23 is the time on that, and that is at all the ones here in the Pahala region are all somewhere between about 29 kilometers to about 35, 36 kilometers down, and that's kind of what we've got there. Welcome, Oz. Good to have you on board. And Dr. Fox, a new on in Hawaii. A new what? A new one in Hawaii? A new one? What's a new one in Hawaii? Another new one? We do have this guy. This is a 2.2, and that is a 1.9 kilometers down, 1805. And let's see. I don't see any other ones around, so it's got to be one of these guys if you're referring to it. Probably that 3.6. And that is what we've got there. Nothing new up in Mauna Loa, and nothing in or right around Kilauea's crater, with the exception of this guy here, the 2.2, and 1.9 kilometers down. So very close. And of course, we know the crater has a lot of lava in it, and it is continuing to rise. Anyway, we'll leave the earthquakes be for right now, there, and we'll carry on with the other ones around the world. We do see a lot of plate movement, and that is what it appears as anyway. And did I say hi to Oz? Good to have you on board, Oz. 4.6, what do they call it? A Central East Pacific Rise. And so that guy is there. We also have some not too far away from New Zealand, Kermadec Ridge, and that is right there, 5.3 from 5:19 a.m., 113 kilometers down. Also a 4.9 from 35 kilometers down, 9:35 was the time on that. This one be a Fiji, 4.8, 507 kilometers down. And this might be Fiji or Tonga. Still Fiji. Okay, 456 kilometers down for that 4.3 from 1958. And the rest are older. We do have this one here, Vanuatu, 4.6, 126 kilometers down. Another one here in Papua New Guinea, 4.6, 76.6 clicks down, 11 minutes after 8 a.m. And of course, this little stack here right near Luolatak and Banda Sea, the Banda Sea area, 158 kilometers down, 5:51 a.m. And we are seeing one a little closer to Krakatau, 4.8. That is 50 kilometers down. That was actually yesterday's from 2117. Sliding up here a little bit. While we're here, let's take a look at this one here. And this, of course, here in China, and that is the 6.6. And I'm still a little concerned with it saying 10 kilometers down. I bet you that is a lot deeper than that. And I may be wrong, but that's kind of what it looks like. They had a second quake out there, 4.8 as well, and indicating 10 kilometers down. This one was from 5:26 a.m. their time. The other one, of course, was yesterday at 22:52, and that is kind of what we see. But looking at where it is, that may be the end of that subduction zone. And I would have thought that it would have been down a whole bunch deeper if that is the case. But that's what we've got there. Then there's a couple more up here. China 4.6, and that is also indicating 10 kilometers down from yesterday at 23:38. Also a 4.0 from this morning at 1 a.m. Their time, Eastern. What is it? Xingzang? Xingzang? If I said that right, I don't know. Anyway, looking here, the closest thing to Japan is this 4.9, 10 kilometers down from 21:29 yesterday. I don't see anything really big anywhere else. And we'll slide over here into this area, and this is a little bit concerning because I think Piggy will end up getting more earthquakes because of this guy here. If this is movement, and of course this is a transform ridge here where it's slipping along, it's going to push up on the Anatolia plate again, and we're probably going to see a little bit more movement on the Aegean microplate as if this holds true. But that is a 5.4 and 3:14 a.m. unfortunately. I'm sorry, Piggy. I'm just telling you what I see. Okay, it's no guarantees. All right. So don't shoot the messenger. Anyway, that other one here, 5.1 Mid-Atlantic Ridge, and of course there's your Reagan's Ridge all the way out. So it's kind of neat to see that down a little bit further. But Azores, of course, down here. And let's go to the Azores. That's not the Azores map. No, this is the. We're not going to the Azores. We're going to this place, Canary Islands. That's the one I want. I knew I'd get to it eventually. I'm going to refresh this map though, and we'll see what we've got here. And there we go. So we'll take La Palma first and have a close look at it. We do see this guy way out here in the water. That's a 2.6 from a couple of days ago, and that was 16:55 UTC, and that is kind of what we see there. But looking at what we actually have right on La Palma, we do for today is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 quakes, you guys. So you can call that a swarm if you like, but definitely some action happening there in La Palma, and you can definitely have a look at it. There's too many to count here. Well, we did count them, but I mean to go through. Anyway, ranging from looks like 17 is the deepest, and the most shallow would be about 7. And I can't believe being a member for 2 months. What? Oh, wow. And thanks for throwing that in and renewing, Kevin Williams. That is awesome. And I appreciate it. All right, let me write that down. Kevin Williams renewed membership. There we go. That is awesome. Okay. Let's just zoom out a little bit though from there, and we will take a look at this other stuff up here. So remember what I was saying, the entire areas are, it's like the whole thing is twisting or moving. This one here, 3.2 from yesterday in 1946. Then we've got this guy here, that is from today, 3.6, and that is 20 kilometers down from 6:22 a.m. These are a little bit older from yesterday, or 2 days ago actually, and same with this one I believe, and then this one here is the oldest one. So this is kind of going down where the two plates meet. So we're referring to the Eurasian plate and the African plate, and this is the kind of the fissure right in between the two, and that is where we're seeing those quakes. Now, having said that, when we take a look, that's it right there. You can see how it zigzags through, and that is where we were getting them. And then of course we have the other one up here that we looked at previously, so you can see exactly how that kind of gets in there. And then I'm not sure about these other ridges in here, if there's any microplates involved. I'm going to have to do some more research. I really haven't done that much look at this, but that would be interesting observations anyway. So, Mona Alfano, you want what? You weren't wrong. Oh, Piggy, I weren't wrong? Did it happen? Did you get another earthquake? Oh boy. I'm sorry, Piggy. I don't want to be a bad guy, but it's one of those things. You did get another quake. Darn it. Yeah, it's not what I wanted to see happen, but I just figured I'd let you know. And did we have another larger one? Yeah, we had another larger one here in Hawaii. Well, we did seen that one, the 3. Oh no, there's a new one. This is just hot off the press here, 1823, and that is a 4.0. That is definitely a new, and that is a bigger shaker, you guys. So Hawaii getting some action not too long ago, and that is pretty awesome. And thanks for letting me know on that one. Yeah, thanks for the heads up. No worries, Biggie. Anyway, let's go over to our active volcano map. I'm going to refresh that guy real quick, so we're up to date there as well. And that's always the hard part with getting everything just right. So up-to-date information is crucial when you're doing this stuff. Anyway, we can see our volcanoes there, Asja, Fragral, and then of course our Seo George and his buddy there. And looking at some of the quakes, you can see the mid-Atlantic ridge quakes on this map. And you can also see the massive pile of quakes down on the Kermadec Ridge. So we know there's a subduction going on there, a lot of movement, and that is what it's all about. Of course, here in China, there you can see those two there. But take a look at this stuff here. Kazakhstan and Mongolia kind of sharing some of that, and this Kyrgyzstan, never mind. You can read that name. All the way down to Afghanistan. So they've got some quakes happening there as well, and that is very important to keep in mind. Looking at our volcano, the volcanoes, so nothing really new or out of the ordinary happening. We do have our stuff down in Chile, and those guys, Sabancaya still there, Sengay, Reventator, Paris, and then of course Nevada del Ruz, and then I'm surprised that we haven't seen anything really coming from Fernandina out here in the Galapagos, but or Wolf volcano, that went quiet pretty good. Pele and Sofier out there, and Guadalupe, they're still there. Messiah and Recon del Vieja are still there. Fuego and Santiaguito, still there. And of course, Popocatépetl, and then looking at our Alaskan Aleutian Island volcanoes are still active, and looks like I don't know if they changed the color on Karimsky again, but it looks like Chikaratsky and Abaco are still normal, so that's what we're seeing. Anyway, that's kind of the earthquakes for right now, and we will pop over and have a look at our weather. So I'm just looking at the time, and boy, wasn't it supposed to be break time? Did I run right through that somehow, some way? And yeah, I think I went right through it, didn't I? I was supposed to take a break, you guys. I was supposed to take a break before that. Okay, let me put it on to the right map, and we'll get that prepped, and we'll throw some more canned lava at you here for a few minutes. I have to let my voice rest, you guys, unfortunately, otherwise we won't hear me. So don't go away. Hit that like button if you haven't done so already, and I will be back in about 5 minutes. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Keep smiling, and don't go away, and I'm going to go say hi to my bunny. I'll be back. And that microphone is back on. Welcome back, everyone, and glad that you're all still here. Boogie down with Uncle Doc. Welcome back. Thank you, oh mummy of hamsters. And yes, BB, Piggy, I think it was BB. I'm not 100% sure. Had a kind of a black splotch on the nose, though, and BB doesn't have that, so I'm not 100% sure. Sharon Stewart says BB looks up a lot. Looking for Doc, I believe. Actually, while I was there, I was at the window talking to BB, so she would have been looking. And anyway, she always lays her ears down when I talk to her, so always nice. Anyway, thanks for the welcome backs from the others like Leo and Yo from Piggy and Kevin Haynes, Sue Hayes. I hear you from Sharon Stewart. Could that be dirt? Yeah, dirt or grease or something went under a car snooping around, got dirty. It happens. But BB's pretty good at cleaning herself up, so we'll see. Anyway, let's park our canned lava here for a minute, and we'll stop that. And we will go over to our weather map and have a look and see what we've got happening. First off with SO2, and Irish Monk throws in another super chat. There are no round numbers in geology. So are they all squared, Irish Monk? If there are no round numbers? Get it? Are they squared? Never mind. Irish Monk, thank you very kindly for that wonderful super chat. That is awesome. Thank you very much for the 317. That is awesome. No rounded numbers. Hey, so you decided to use a couple of the prime numbers. Very cute. Cubed. Oh my God, Sue! Don't confuse them. Oh, there we go, and that is awesome. Neat. Okay, let's keep going with what we go diced, squared. Yeah. And anyway, looking at North America and the SO2 levels, not too bad. We see the jet stream has changed patterns here and gotten into the Hudson's Bay low that was in there, and that low looks like it might have slid down a bit to northern Ontario, and you can see the SO2 following its tracks. Mind you, there was a lot of warmth there yesterday, so some of that might be dissipating from that. Looking over here at the Kamchatka Peninsula, we see our stuff blowing off and going. There's a low sitting here, so it's pulling all that stuff out into the ocean, onto the Aleutian Islands, and doing its thing. Sliding into the lower areas here, Central America, we see that storm that is off the coast of Mexico, continuing to draw out some of that SO2, which is probably a help, but we see it's all kind of migrating in that general direction, and hopefully it'll be okay. And not looking as good down here in the Amazon areas of Peru and of course Bolivia and a part of Brazil, and going down in Paraguay, and even some into Uruguay. A little bit of SO2 there, not that bad. And here's another weather system, and then down here in Buenos Aires area, another plumes. So lots of SO2 for South America today. Looking at here, White Isle volcano, not anywhere near as much as what we normally have. I noticed Leo is back, and since Leo is back, we have the barbecue going. Big plume here today, and that is No, I'm kidding about Leo's barbecue. It's not that bad. He's got SO2 filters on there. This is from the refineries. Anyway, coking plants over here, they're not too bad, and but it is putting some of that stuff in here. I watched a really neat documentary on Australia about where they get the weather and stuff like that, and there was stuff in here that I wasn't aware of, but the mountains that they do have here basically stop a lot of the rain from coming in from the east side. So it's really quite unique, and seeing how the desert is a desert, and when they do get rain, it just pours like crazy. So I'll have to find the title of that one in my history and go back and actually post it for you guys tomorrow maybe. Leo has a big end of winter party. Ah, is that what it is? That sounds about right. Anyway, we are seeing here Tofua area doing its off-gassing, and then of course Yasur and his buddies on Vanuatu area there doing some heavy-duty stuff still. Same thing with Papua New Guinea. Luolatok been shaken and stirred a little bit from that earthquake that they had. And then, of course, we get over here, Raum and Semeru teaming up, doing their thing, and creating that big red splotch, as well as Merapi and doing its thing. Not quite as much coming off of Krakatau. But Jakarta is still adding quite a bit there. Going up, Ibu and Dukono right in here, doing their thing. And then Mayon over here, and I'm not sure if Bulusan is still involved with any SO2, but it is in that same area. And then, of course, we have Taal, a volcano, which may indeed be adding to the plume today, but most of this is from Manila, just so we're aware of it. And that is kind of what we've got there. And sliding up, Taiwan looks pretty normal. Lots of the Chinese pollution coming over. And down here you see a little extra kind of a bump in here, and that is from Suwanosi Jima. And then this is reinforced here with this darker material from Sakurajima, and that is right there. Going up, we already talked about the Kamchatka Peninsula. We are seeing a little bit more coming off of, it would be probably Chikarachki down on the bottom, or Ibiko is the one that is red though, so either one of those two could be doing that. And then Karimsky and Bezimiani, as well as Shivalash up here creating that mess. And China, yeah. Whoa, hang on, what happened there? Okay, something switched on me, and I need to get back to the right map. Hang on. Things that make you go, I clicked in the wrong place. Okay. Anyway, sliding over. India still showing a lot of pollution there. South Africa looks like they are still producing quite a bit, and you can see how much that is really going into the ocean here. And that is a lot of SO2 that is being dumped out. And of course we are looking here as well in DR Congo, and that is volcanic as well as industrial with coking plants, etc. Ertail, not noticeable from all that pollution from Saudi Arabia, Iran, Iraq, and those areas with their oil refineries. And looking over here, seeing this is kind of an interesting site. Looking at Mount Etna, we see less coming from Etna. We see more coming from Stromboli, and that is kind of interesting. So Stromboli and perhaps Volcano as well, throwing in a little bit more SO2. So we may want to keep an eye on those in the future. And I'm not sure what's going on here, but they're creating a plume. And looking at the rest of Europe, we see pretty much normal stuff. Wind currents taking things in different directions, possibly creating some of the mayhem there, if you will. So that is what we're seeing there, but that's not that high a count, so all good. Same thing goes for Iceland, and it's, I guess, just the way the temperatures and the weather are that are showing that SO2 a lot more today. And I've got a sneaky hunch most of that is from our aluminum smelting plant there in Iceland, and that is what we're seeing there. And if you're not familiar with that plant, let me show it to you real quick. And let me get on the right screen, looking for the great one. And there it is there. There's the aluminum smelting plant. If we go back to daytime, we can probably see it a whole bunch better. And there you go. There's the aluminum smelting plant, and they do have these big stacks here and stuff for cooling and stuff, but I don't know if that takes everything out. Anyway, you can see Ragnar in the background, and this is Kaleer, so pretty awesome. Anyway, I'll put that back to live, go back to our weather map, and that, again, as I mentioned, is right there. So that is kind of on that spot. Let me get back in there. We'll zoom in a little bit, and you can see where that's happening. And that should be right around here somewhere, I think. Yep, it'd be there. So that's it anyway. That's SO2, and let's have a refresh on this guy, so we are a little bit more up to date with our temperatures and stuff. And here we go. And first thing I noticed, we got Danielle, Earl, and Kay, and then Hinamnor out here. And we'll go through these and I'll look at them in a bit here. So anyway, colder air definitely coming down from the north into the Northwest Territories and the Yukon, and it's still quite warm up in Nunavut, but there is also the cold stream right there, which is being circulated around. But there's our warm temperatures are heading south. They're going south for the winter, and that is kind of what we've got. Anyway, looking at the rest of Canada, it's fairly cool and cooling down even more, and we know that is what we've got. So Ontario, bottom end here, still holding up 21 degrees. Down on the bottom tip, 16 in Toronto. We know that out here in the prairies, lower portions of the prairies still quite warm. And this was one of the reasons I was always thinking about living in Lethbridge, because it is a little bit warmer, a little bit longer than what it is in Edmonton, where it changes. Anyway, going into the U.S., we see California, well, the hot states, California, Nevada, and of course looking at possibly, I guess, be Utah and Arizona, and then yeah, they still got a lot of heat down here, 30 and the 40s here in California. Holy mackerel, 44 degrees up here, 45 degrees. That is crazy. There it is, Death Valley, 46 degrees Celsius, and Death Valley could also be up here today because it is just as hot. And holy mackerel, 45 up here in, that'd be right around where, Reading, just south of there. Boy, Yuma City, right here near Chico. So very, very hot in California. Looking at very hot temperatures in Phoenix as well, 40, 41 degrees thereabouts. So look at that. This is just crazy, you guys. Anyway, Death Valley, 46, hottest place. Looking at Texas, not quite as bad. Still some summertime temperatures. Same thing with most of New Mexico, and with the further we go, Oklahoma is not bad. Going along the southern states, Florida is still showing a lot of warmth, which is really normal for this time of year. And looking at Georgia, it's pretty normal. Same thing with Alabama, but starting to go up a little bit. We see South Carolina still pretty good. North Carolina is starting to cool a little. And of course, up in the mountains here, you're going to see a colder stuff at the higher elevations, and definitely notice that. So, of course, what do we got out there? It's the Appalachians, the Appalachian Mountains is what we've got there. And anyway, looking not bad. Still quite warm in New York there, 24, 25. So they're not too bad off. Looking at these storms here, this is pretty interesting to see how bad that is. And I'm wondering if that is actually going to go inland. That would be interesting to see, because we've got this one sitting here. It's really disturbing the air. And this push upward might push it right into Mexico. Cancun's still holding in at, 27, 28 degrees. So, yep. Pretty awesome. And going down higher elevations again are cooler, and that is something that is really noticeable as the seasons change. We see the higher elevations a lot cooler than we did a couple months ago. So still looking pretty good here in most of the Amazon heat-wise. And again, the cutoff point about, say, Sao Paulo, and we do see some of that warmer air, though, still trying to penetrate back into Argentina. Uruguay still looks fairly cold, 8, 9, 10 degrees, not as warm as it could be. Doesn't start to warm up again until we get into the northern parts of Bolivia up here as well. So that is kind of it for what we've got. And looking here, southern end, I don't even want to talk about that. Too cold. And of course, New Zealand, Burr. 0, 2, 3, 5, 6. Not so warm there. A little bit warmer on the eastern side, but not by much on the South Island. North Island a little bit warmer, but not by much. 14 out here on the peninsula, but it looks pretty cold there, and I think this guy is responsible for that low out there. This high is now doing a little bit of a beneficial thing here. It's trying to help draw down some of that hot air that this low was pulling. And I'm hoping that Tasmania will see a lot nicer temperatures. And Leo's bringing up the 14 degrees Celsius temperatures. It says 11 on the map here, and but if it's 14 there, that is pretty awesome. That is for Melbourne. We're looking at 13, 14 for Adelaide as well. A little bit warmer there in Sydney, but not by much. And those temperatures hopefully are going to be on the up and up. We do see warmer air infiltrating into the continent, so that is really good. And I see Oz has a very, very nice weather there. Brisbane and 21 degrees. It says 19 on this map, but 21 on the weather guessers thing. So pretty cool, or warm, actually, a nice temperature. Brisbane seems to be a very comfortable place there for the most part, and I think that is nice. Maybe I want to move there. Anyway, looking at our Indonesian, Malaysian, and Philippine area, and we see they are still got all kinds of variable heat. 28, 29, 29 degrees in Bangkok. It says 28 on the map here, but 74% relative humidity, so a little drier. Obviously not raining there today. As we slide up, we see still quite warm temperatures, but here you can see that typhoon. It has moved up past South Korea and past the bottom end of Japan, and is now in the Sea of Japan, and we'll see how far that goes. It looks like it's still got a decent ridge here feeding it, so it's not going to dissipate just yet, and that is what we're seeing there. Sliding over Kamchatka. Well, let's just look at this for a second. We see there's got to be a low sitting in here. We got a high here and a low in here. That low is drawing in all that cold, and of course that high is stealing some of it and pushing it down here into the warmer area. This high needs to go away. And let's see, going over here, China pretty normal, and we also have India pretty normal as well. A lot of fast-moving air going over the Indian Ocean. Down here in Africa, looks like it is starting to warm up again for the most part. Remember, our cutoff line was way up here before. Now we're just right about at South Africa. Even looking at Madagascar, they've warmed up nicely, so pretty cool, or warm. Anyway, Iraq, Iran, Saudi Arabia, UAE, still all seem to be holding most of that good temperature. Again, up in the higher elevations, seeing a little bit of cooler temps, so that's a little odd, but interesting nonetheless. And then we see Sahara Desert still quite warm, doing its thing. Zooming in onto Piggy's area here real quick, and still very warm in her area, 25, 26 degrees Celsius out there in Kos, and that is what we've got there. A little bit warmer further south here in Rhodes, actually at 28, 29, and okay, Piggy's bringing up her weather. It's 4:37 a.m. and it's 24 degrees there for Piggy, and it's probably 25, somewhere right in that ballpark anyway, and that is pretty warm still for nighttime temperatures. A little bit cooler in some of the places here. I'm looking at Sicily. Actually, it's still holding a lot of heat though for nighttime. Same thing goes for the edges of Italy, but the higher elevations again have been cooling, and same thing, lower elevations are holding the heat, higher elevations are cooling off faster, and Spain as well as bottom end of France here. France is holding pretty steady temperatures for the most part, 18, from about 16 to 21 degrees all the way through, so they've got not bad temperatures. Northern Italy, same kind of scenario as the wall here of the Alps is keeping the other stuff from going up too far. And when we look at Germany, actually pretty normal temperatures for Germany, as well as Holland. Still a little bit warm, which is probably not a bad thing. but it's at least it's not 30 degrees at 4 o'clock in the morning. And looking at, well, Germany we got, that's all right. Looking at England real quick, they are still also holding some fairly moderate temperatures, same thing with Wales. And even up here in Scotland, it's not too bad. And here's that nasty low that is helping bring that warmer air in to the bottom of the Irish Monkland. And of course, Doolin would be about 15 or 16 degrees Celsius right about now, with all that warm air coming across, and you might see a cork or two flying in there as well. Anyway, going up here, looking at this green stuff, that is a lot cooler, and Denmark is still holding a good temperature as well. But as soon as you get into Sweden and Norway, you know it's pretty bad. A puff to each mod. What? Puffling to each mod. Okay, wow. Irish Monk, thanks. That's awesome for that €6 super chat. Thank you kindly. And pretty cool. Okay, yeah, that green area all the way into Russia, and that looks pretty cold, and don't want it. And sliding in here, and we see that Iceland, actually on the Reykjanes Peninsula, is fairly warm for this time of year, looking at 9, 10, 11 degrees depending on where you are, and that is really awesome. We see the edges here of the land is not too bad, going all the way around. You see the lower lying areas a little bit warmer, but as soon as you get up in the ice fields, of course, you're going to have very cold temperatures. So I'm surprised that is reading at 1 or 2 when it would, well, it's ice underneath there. So definitely seeing that. Let's have a look at precipitation. We'll actually start here in Iceland and work our way back to North America and around that way. So looking at what we've got, we do have a circulation right here, but we see some of that is being pulled up. Hopefully it won't be pulled up too far. This hopefully is going to get into Europe. They want rain. They want rain. Go in there and give them rain. Anyway, Iceland looking fairly clear, so we should be able to see what's going on there with the volcanic activity. North America, real quick, northern part of Canada, you see all kinds of different weather happening in the territories up top here. British Columbia, northern portions, some heavy rain, also some rain up in northern Alberta, and even down here in western portion, central Alberta. And I hope we do get some good rain there. There are some forest fires that need to be put out, so that would be nice. We see here in Saskatchewan, we do have a big storm system going in, and there's a low here that's going to pull it in and do its thing. Looking down here, Ontario, not bad, but looking on the U.S. side, we'll get to that in a minute. That's pretty nasty there. A little bit out here in Quebec and top end of Newfoundland, not so bad. And a little bit Newfoundland there, and then Nova Scotia and that area. Looking at some of that stuff that is happening, wow. Lots of stormy stuff right in this area. So Maine, New Hampshire, New York, and those places. Looks like Pennsylvania getting nailed as well. You know, lots of storms in there. This is more of a mess here because this is all concentrated. So you'll be getting rained out for a while. And down in the other areas here, you've got more intermittent storming activity. especially, well, actually, it doesn't look too bad in Florida, but as soon as you get into Georgia and also here Alabama, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, those areas, Virginia, and all that, you're gonna end up getting stormed out. Arkansas, as looks like Little Rock is holding a storm all for itself, and Mississippi and New Orleans, those areas. Uh, yeah, New Orleans down here, getting some storms. I think maybe a little bit. Baton Rouge looks like it's got some rain there, so those areas are not too many storms in Texas and going out. We see Colorado still got some. Northern New Mexico has a few, but nothing major. Most of the water has drained out of Phoenix, and I'm surprised there's rain here in California. I really am. But it's good. I'm happy there's rain. That is all awesome. And here we go down into South America, well, Central America, that big storm off of Mexico. And that is definitely creating big issues there. Hopefully this one will not turn into a storm this low, but you never know. Northern portions of the rainforest here, stormy, and then of course we see the other guy over here, and yeah, it's moved a little further north off of Puerto Rico, but I don't know if there's any islands right there underneath it. I can't tell, but they're still getting some of that bad weather. That's the other storm out in the Atlantic, and that is one to watch out for. Possibly another one forming here, and it may skate over on the conveyor belt, and we'll see what happens. Looking down at the southern end, Chile, of course, is chilly and snowy and not good, but doesn't look too bad. We don't see too much. Buenos Aires is dry. Looks like Uruguay is going to be dry. We do have some rain down in the bottom end of Brazil, though. Sliding over and down, let's see, New Zealand, and there's that high, there's that other low. This is a monster that is causing all kinds of problems. There's another low, I believe, sitting in here, or is that a high? That should be, if it's circulating this way, it'll be a high. So if that's developing right there, we got a low right beside it. That is going to be kind of odd. We'll see what happens, but doesn't look like too much rain for New Zealand right now. Same thing for Tasmania, and down in the bottom portions of Australia here in the eastern side, not much, all the way up to Brisbane, maybe a little bit off the coast, but not bad. And then we see this system in here. I don't know how much water that's dumping inland, but definitely doesn't look happy out here in the water. And Perth is a place with many floods. And like I said, that video I watched gave a whole bunch of information on how things flooded out there, and that is pretty wild. Looking here in Indonesian, Malaysian, and Philippine area, again, the storms all over the place, so you pick where you want to go, and looks like Bangkok is clear right now, but for the most part, pretty nasty. And sliding up here, we do see that storm, and it is still riding right along South Korea, and it is in the Sea of Japan, so it's going to be really rough there for anyone who is in that area. Going up, here's that low that's sitting out here, and we see that snow. That's a four-letter word. Let's carry on. And we see India still getting quite a bit of material there. Not so bad here in Madagascar. They are getting some rain, but they do have a high pressure system sitting on top of them. That's not bad. normal stuff in Central Africa. And then when we get over here, we want to see if Piggy is going to get any rain. And I don't know if this stuff is going to come over here. This guy, I watched him. He was over here and he started moving that way. So it doesn't want to rain there. We do see Crete is getting a little bit of rain, and hopefully Piggy will see some there soon. And looking at Italy, Sicily, nothing, very little in off the coast here, hitting Portugal, and we do see a tiny bit up here in Spain, a little bit on the bottom end of France. And once we get up into all the way Luxembourg and Brussels, Belgium, and of course a lower portion of Holland are all kind of sitting underneath that thing. Hardly anything in Germany, a couple little spots, nothing to worry about. And this system sitting in England and doing a wonderful job drenching them, I hope. And of course, here's that nasty low, and that is throwing all kinds of weather at our Irish monkland. And hopefully, he's got everything battened down so he doesn't have to worry about things blowing away. Looking up in the top areas here, I see all those white spots. I don't want to look at that. Let's, there we go. I don't see it. I don't see it. Anyway, northern portions of, Finland has definitely got some, Norway, and not very much in Sweden, but northern Russia is getting it as well. And there's that other storm as we get back around. And there's a high sitting there, and a high sitting here, and this low. So these may keep things a little bit nicer up in here for a little while. We'll see what happens. Zooming out, that is kind of it. I do want to point out the equatorial storm seems to still be there as we follow that line all the way across, and basically gives you that idea that it's a worldwide equatorial storm. We do see 4 big storms on our list here: Danielle, Earl, Kay, and Hinamnor. Oh boy, that's hard to say for me anyway. But that's what we got. Let's pop it onto our coldest temperatures. Let's find where that is. And we'll zoom into the Antarctic real quick and see what we can come up with, and find something really cold. And so far I'm not batting 100 here. Minus 67, that's not very cold. 68, 69, no, come on, there's got to be a colder stuff. And minus 70, I found minus 70. And okay, that is over there. What about over here? Should be colder here. And 63, 62, 64, 67, and I bet you if I can zoom in a little bit, we'll probably see a higher temperature or colder temperature. Yeah, I only had that minus 70 over on the other side there. I didn't see anything colder. 69, 70, minus 71. There we go. Do I have a 72? No. No, minus 71 degrees Celsius. So it's a tie today, Sue. And there you go. And that is a cold spot. So, hey, Sharon, I got minus 71 on the screen. Ooh, yeah, okay. Sold. Oh, that is just too cold, you guys. And that's why we appreciate lava so much. Yay, a tie today. And that is awesome. And anyway, I will zoom out and leave that be. And that is our weather map for today. Gives you a pretty good idea of what's going on. It's a Thai, Sue, and yeah, Doc, woohoo, and all good. And of course, there is our um, aluminum smeltering plant. Let's put that back to live so it actually looks like it's moving. There we go. Anyway, it's not a big ship. It's actually a smelting plant. And that is it for today, you guys. We're going to put our canned lava back on, and we'll let that run. And that is always awesome. And I'm very happy I did record a little bit more of that wonderful canned lava this time around. With even though the eruption was fairly small or short, I did get a few shots in there to be able to record some of it, and I'm happy I did, because this way we can actually see some of it a little bit easier and nicer, that kind of thing. Anyway, let's get through things here. So I want to say a big thank you to all the super chatters today, and lots of stuff going on. So thank you, Irish Monk, not once, not twice, but many times. Ariane, thank you. Barbell 88, thank you. Irish Monk again, thank you. And then Leo renewed membership, as well as Irish Monk. No, hang on. No, Irish Monk gave a 10 membership gift in there as well. Thank you. And then Oh Mummy of Hamsters threw in a super chat. Kevin Williams renewed as well. And then Irish Monk threw in a couple more super chats. So big thank you, Irish Monk. I do appreciate that. Dr. Fox, remember that I have an alibi. An alibi. Okay. As long as you don't break the other leg, it's okay. We'll stick to your alibi. All right. Oh, man. All right. So thank you to those super chatters. Also, thank you to all the members in here. I really do appreciate each and every one of you for helping out, and also to every member of the Lava family. You guys are definitely awesome, and we do like that. Thanks, Doc. Hugs from Boomer and Rang the Koala. And yep, thanks, Oz. And a big thank you to the moderators: Arizona Snowman, Piggy, C&D Boy, Joseph Fields Official, and probably Gary hiding in the background there as well. So thanks, guys. Appreciate all of you. And since we are getting hit with the big solar storm kind of thing, I just want to remind everyone, Talk Air Iceland has the Aurora stream. It should be clear for him tonight. So I would think that it would be wonderful if you give him a shot there. And of course, just say, hey, Dr. Fox sent you over. So have a look and see what you can do there. And Mona says, no, thank you, Dr. Fox. Thank you, Mona. And again, I appreciate all of you guys. I really do. On that friendly note, it's time to wrap things up. So again, thanks everyone. Take care of yourselves. Be good, be kind, and please, most of all, make sure you tell your loved ones that you love them tonight, for tomorrow is never promised. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and this is VolcanoX, a live stream. We'll see you all tomorrow. Take care. Good night. Oink, oink.